Alrighty, who do we got? We got ourselves Mova on team 1 with Shaken in the back. We got lawyer, I guess. We got SMH Mage. We got the Mage and we got Witcher. On team 1 versus team 2, we got ourselves Genic hanging around as a big old red Pally with Milord. Pally, actually, it's going to be Tilatex as a Fury, Quad as a Shadow Priest, Milord Pala as a High Elf Pala. And we also got ourselves Sugars. Well, there it is. It's going to be Mova versus Tilla as a Fury Warrior versus a Warlock. What's Tilla again? It's 2. Okay, cool. It's going to be a big old Infernal dropping in. Chaosbolts flying. That's going to be Shadow Fury to follow after that. Mortal Coil is still going to have anything for this. Having to go for Enraged Regen pretty early on. Big port available for Mova. They're being a Warlock. Can Gateway if he wants to. Quick Succubus CC onto Tilla for a second. Mova blinking away with the Chaosbolt. That's going to be reversed back to Mova. Quite a bit of damage back to him, but not the biggest damage possible. Tilla tried to go for a bit of a renewal. Or regenerating from the Xanda, but looks like he might just die to the Rain of Fire as well as the Infernal. Second Infernal drops in, just punches them in the back of the head. That was a little bit unfortunate here. And then Milord, which one's Milord? Milord is 4, okay. Mova getting him with a stun. Milord got himself full wings, full burst damage available. Fear! Milord does not have a way to break out of that fear with the Kesbos going to be flying at him right afterwards. So the big old Immolate Kesbos loaded up again with a Succubus. Shield of Vengeance is available though. So Mova did use quite a lot there to CC Pala. Is still keeping him at bay. So he's trying to deny the damage from Pala's wings. Because Milord is playing Crusade. Crusade is a little bit hard for a Warlock to deal with if you're just getting blasted by him. Crusade gives you all that haste, rampy damage. But you saw how much you can do with Warriors in a couple of games or two. Turn evil to get a fear onto the demon. Milord could actually approach Mova by himself without the Succubus CC following it up. That's actually interesting. Succubus CC runs out. We was hoping he'll have the turn evil by them, but that's going to be Succubus CC to deal while Mova is stunned. I think Mova's trying to kind of keep away from the gateway if necessary. Got himself reflect in case Pala is going to go. I guess he doesn't have a Hodge anymore. What else is he going to do? Mortal Coil to walk the Pala out with a stun. Does have the Void of Rachel to get away if he needs to. And I think Milord Pala is setting up. He was kind of ready. Like, am I going to run at him? Am I going to run away? Looks like he's going to range out away from the fear. And range away from the scales. Let's hide behind the pillow for a second. Maybe catch up on his health a little bit. Maybe even kill the Succubus. Wait, Milord is here. Somebody else left on team 2. Was that the guy that... Was it the warrior left? Because Milord used to be F3. Now he's F4. I guess he's target 3. Milord Pala got himself the big old bubble, big damage. This is going to be big ports available for Mova. Gateway into a port back. It looks like Milord is still going to keep trucking the damage with a Crusade. Shadow Fury trying to happen. Is it going to be though? It is going to happen. Milord Pala does have Shield of Vengeance for this though. Does not seem to hit Mova. Does have the Void of Rachel available if he needs to. Is going to port away with the Casbah lined up for Milord. Is that going to be enough though? Big damage and down goes Milord. Paladin, the Lord, has been slain by a big nasty Warlock. Who's gonna be the next to fight in the glory of Milord? We got ourselves Genic, yet another Paladin. What kind of Genic is he? Is he photogenic? Hygienic? We don't know. Maybe he has really good hygiene, you know? Maybe that's not a staff, maybe it's just a really rigorous toothbrush. You never really know. Maybe he's sponsored by Colgate. Colgate with Genic. Mortal Coil onto Genic. It looks like it's going to be a big old fear and Chaosbolts to fall Raptor. Genic popping the bubble. Looking to get big damage onto Mova. Mova still has a bit of the mobility. Unless you run out of mobility at all though. Big damage coming in for Genic. The wings and everything. Blood of the enemy. I think Mova could get one shot here. Doesn't have anything for this at all. Lived. Executor sent his Bio Succubus is here for just the last second. Trying to get a Chaosbolt, but Genic does end up swiping him out. Looks like brushing your teeth twice or 3 times a day does pay off with Witcher gonna be going up next. Trying to see if we can blast up Genic. Big avatar, no bubble. That's a dead Paladin in my book. Who's up next? Is either gonna be Quad or looks like it's gonna be Quad backing up so Sugarskin going next as a Survival Hunter versus Witcher. We are at 8 minutes, so we dampen it is going to be 21%. It is going to be a little bit rough. Nate's going to throw a bunch of Sugars as the Warrior charges in. Bit of Blaze Storm on top of Sugars. As the Hunter is going to go for a lot of range play right now. It's going to be a short stun onto Witcher. But the Hunter is nowhere near to be found. He can't really continue the damage. At least he's trying to. Sort of. Can Witcher actually just outlive Sugars here? I think he actually might be able to. Literally. Reflect available in case Sugars goes in for a freezing trap. Looks like no freezing trap yet. Could go for it now if he needs to. Warbreaker coming out. Sugars should probably be worrying about his health. Lagging a little bit. Porting away on this map. I guess it's going to be a hunter with a couple of mage blings. Just a couple of shimmers, you know what I mean? No biggin. Witcher leaping next to Sugars. Is he going to catch him? Freezing trap comes out, so it looks like it's going to be disconnect for a second. Sugars trying to go for a heal, but looks like it get disrupted somehow one way or another. Looks like his pet is down for the count. Does he want to maybe resummon the pet? Looks like he didn't need any pet. He has a survival hunt him. He's just going to survive. He doesn't need a pet to survive. But it's going to be a turtle shell available. Is going to have to get the pet, yeah. Is going to have to go for the pet. Wow, pet's cast seems kind of long, doesn't it? Is it longer than usual? I think it's longer than currently. It feels like current cast is kind of long-ish, but not like that bad. I mean, Sugar's basically turtle, summon pet, and that's all he can really do. That's going to be quite a bit of damage from a Witcher to follow. Sugars just doesn't really have the dots rolling. Doesn't really do a lot of dot maintenance. I guess this warrior does have a freezing trap. Manic Bender's finally getting a little bit of value to them. Can Witcher close the gap and really make a play? It looks like Sugars is going to be sneaking away into, almost getting away into a camo. Blinking around the map a little bit again. Not really sure what's going on there. But Witcher tried to see if he might be able to cleave through Sugars down. Big Blaze Storm coming out. Sugars going in for a little bit of range damage. Got them Eagles flying if necessary. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Witcher just has way too much defensive at this point. Defensive stance, ignore pain. Is this a bleed on Sugars? Like, he has a decent bleed. Crucible, is that going to be enough? Feign Death, does it remove it? I don't think it removes it. Manic Bandage, Freezing Trap, nice setup for Freezing Trap. Running into a wall, never mind, blinking everywhere. Not really sure what he's trying to do. Trying to revive a pet, is he going to be able to? Or is that going to be a big old execute by a Witcher? I think he's just trying to see if he can get an execute off. I don't even know how Sugar's surviving this. Looks like this man is having some mad lag. Does this guy have a Stormbolt? I don't know if Witcher's playing Stormbolt for this match. I think he's playing, more of a heal heavy playstyle. Charge. He doesn't play 2 charges, otherwise I think he'd be using it a lot more often. I think he's playing Impending Victory. So you might be playing it. The Reflect onto Sugars on a trap. Gonna be perfect. Sugars still out in the open. Try to get himself a small heal. 38% damage. Try to make as much of a play as possible. Looks like without lag he might be going down. Somehow still alive. I think Witcher got a bleed on him. I thought it would be enough. There it goes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, dude. I don't know what's going on there. Quad, last one left on team 2. As a Shadow Priest, it's going to be a bit of a greater fade away from Witcher into a stun to follow. Witcher has an answer for it. Try to see if he can heal himself a little bit. Reflect available before the next hit. That's going to be Witcher trying, or Quad trying to see if he might be able to heal himself up. Blade Storm coming out. I think he actually did hit himself up. Did he? Did he hit himself with a DP? I certainly hope not. The Reflect, I think, lasts for quite a bit. Big executes available for Witcher. Quad is trying to think to get a DP back into Witcher again. Might need to go for Disperse. Witcher has a little bit of health, 43% damage. It could be anyone's game at this point. Quad still has Vampiric Void Eruption. Doesn't go for Void Eruption at all. Fear as he's trying to Goblin glide away or Goblin jump away. Looks like it's not going to be enough. Warbreaker up, try to get an interrupt on the Shadowlands. Does to Reflect. A big old execute comes out by the Warrior. Finishing off that game. And looks like, was Witcher the only one that got any kills? You guys have to keep believing if you got kills or not. I think it was Mova with some kills. At least one against my lord. And then the Paladin clapped Mova. And then I think Witcher clapped him. And then it's been Witcher since. Man. Yeah, if you guys...